And teaching you girls sex education will be Dolores Torres, the substitute PE teacher. Oh, here she is now. Hello, Dolores Torres, they're all yours. I'm going to a potluck in the teacher's lounge. Be good, class.
Howdy, okay. Who's ready to talk about sex? Funny? Is there a joke I didn't hear? Tell me, Ramon, what joke did I miss?
They're laughing because you say sex.
Oh, is that right? Is that right, little Mary?
My name is Teresa.
I'll tell you something that's not quite as funny, Mary. Being told by your gynecologist that you probably can't have kids because of all of your sexual indiscretions in the past. That's not too funny when you hear it the first time.
What's indiscretions?
Ramon?
Indiscretion. Lack of discretion, injudiciousness.
In other words, someone who sleeps with anyone. You'll all go through a period like this in your lives, some earlier than others, some not until after your third divorce. This is when you'll give it out to anyone who buys you a Long Island iced tea. We call this the whore phase.
You're gonna get in trouble!
Trouble? Me? Honey, trouble is probably what you're going to find yourself in when you're about 13 and keep wearing those shorts and shorties, dude. Now let's get on with our discussion. Girls, we're here today to talk about that big three-letter word that makes the world go round, and that is sex. Now girls, sex determines everything in your life. Now because the fates were against you, you were given the genes of a female. And what that means in our society is that you will have to work doubly hard once you get into the real world to prove that your work is comparable to that of a man's. Now, many of you who aren't so attractive will have an easier time being heard because the men you come into contact with aren't so focused on getting you into bed. But for those of us who go up to people somewhat attractive, it's a little different. We may not have to work quite as hard to initially get in the door, but once we're in, the man would be happy if we would just keep our pretty mouth shut while he keeps signing our paychecks. That's unless, of course, it's his birthday and he knows we need a raise. Isn't that right, Ramon?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you young ladies want to be when you grow up?
Oh, Mimi, I wanna get married and I wanna have 3 kids.
Something funny? Again, you're laughing. Why is that, Ramon?
They're laughing because Teresa's choosing the least respected profession in our society.
Now, isn't that something? Trudy here wants to be a mother, but not even you second graders are laughing at her.
Who's Trudy?
Just shows to go you how screwed up this society is. You know, if more women considered motherhood as a career instead of an after-hours happy hour, maybe our society wouldn't be in the toilet like it is now. Isn't that right, Ramon?
Yes.
Maybe if our society wasn't so greedy, having to have every new product that comes out on the market, maybe women could afford to stay home with their kids. But, as it is, we're raising our kids to be little greedy, materialistic, can't live without it in-debt members of society. Until that changes, you fat little kids get off your cell phones and turn off your MTVs every once in a while, things are never going to change. But Rudy, I will tell you this. I'm sure you'll get a chance at motherhood since even though it is the least respected occupation in society, it's becoming easier and easier to get into. No forms or applications, not even a father or marriage license necessary. All you need is a fertile woman's sperm and you got yourself a little piece of you that points out all the flaws you never even knew you had.
Yay!
Getting back to our ill-bred society. These days, you girls spend more time with Britney Spears than you do with your own mothers. So you learn how a woman should behave from her. And this makes boys like Ramon all the more happy now, doesn't it, Ramon?
Oh, yes.
And can you tell us why that is, Ramon?
Because Britney Spears is hot. She hardly wears any clothes. And so, like, the girls want to be like her, hardly wear any clothes. And they're easy.
At least that's what the boys think.
What's easy?
Ramon?
A girl that puts out.
Ramon! Hard. Now, even though you may just like the way Britney Spears dresses, and you just like her music, society will judge you based on the way you dress. That's just the way people work, unfortunately. And since you are the more attractive of the species, you're going to be looked at and judged more often than a man. And if you don't have the body of Britney, then body image issues are another fringe benefit you'll have to deal with well into your 40s. Okay, now to get back on track. Your mom's not around, you're being raised by Britney Spears. She doesn't teach you much about self-respect or morals. Morals? What are those? Ramon?
I don't have a card for that.
Of course not. Now when you girls get into high school, you probably won't know much more about morals than you do now. And Ramon and his friends will be very happy about that fact, won't you, Ramon?
Yes.
So Trudy, don't worry. You'll probably get coerced into having sex before you're ready, like most girls do. You'll get pregnant by the captain of the football team and won't be able to prove it until you get a DNA test on the Maury Povich show 5 years after that. In the meantime, you'll have a couple more kids, be working at Cream Queen and living off government peanut butter.
I love peanut butter.
I love cream!
I can tell. And if you follow in Trinity's path, you'll probably be able to eat all the peanut butter and ice cream you want, all on the tab of Uncle Sam, and weigh in at a whopping 400 pounds by the time you're 30. The rest of you girls, if you're lucky enough not to get pregnant in high school, continue giving out your milk for free when the cow is even bought. As you move into your 30s, still single, complaining that there are no good men out there that want to marry you. You finally go to therapy and spend a few years there discussing all of the sexual abuse you've experienced in the past with your fathers, or your uncles, or your previous English professors. Talk about all of the guilt you connect with sex. And after these many years of therapy, you'll finally feel that you were not responsible for the crime committed, and you can finally be able to enjoy sex. Whereas, good old Ramon here will have been out there climaxing every time he has sexual intercourse. Guilt-free.
What's climaxing?
Ramon?
Climaxing?
Don't worry, Andy. Most women in their 30s don't know what climaxing is either.
Oh.
You see, girls, I bring Ramon around not only to assist me, but also to show you girls how unfortunate you are. Ramon here is a minority, not even born in this country. He's not that attractive, but still, he has a better chance of making it in this world simply due to the fact that he has a penis, and you do not.
What's a penis?
Ramon.
Yay!
What's going on here?
Ramon, button your pants. Dolores Torres, I want to see you in my office.
I bet you do.
Now.
Ooh. I'll speak with you, Henry, after I finish my lesson. We were just talking about penises. How appropriate that you should enter at just this time. The penis, girls, is Mr. Barnes' favorite organ and makes all his decisions for him.
Look, we can talk about this in my
Get your
office.
filthy hands off me, you slimy bastard. Now that, girls, is a penis. And although that is what gives men all of their advantages in life, it also gives us as women all of our advantages. Because even though we don't own them, we still control them. And when you control a penis, you control your destiny.
Yay!
Now, I'm off to Mr. Barnes' office to use his phone to cancel the appointment he made for me at the abortion clinic. You girls have a great day.
Bye! What's an abortion? What's an abortion? What's an abortion?
Go ahead.